What's up, guys? So I just wanted to give a quick demo on the player cards for the NFL. So right now I'm just in the stats tab in the players view. We have the database, weekly splits. I'm planning to merge the splits section into the database, so that won't be there much longer. But anyway, there's lots of filters here, which we'll get into a lot more in future videos. But for right now, I just wanted to open up. Let's do a wide receiver. We can check out JSN. So you click the player card, opens up, and first things first, at the very top, we have the name, obviously, his age, where he played college, what draft pick he was. We also have the depth chart, so you can quickly see who else is at his position on his team. And you can also click these links, and it will go right to those players' player card. There's also a news section here where you can click and see stories that are posted on the web at various sites. There's links to go straight to that site. You can also read the full story by expanding it here. We also have his contract listed here. You can expand it for some more details. And then down here we have the 2026 projection based off of our model. And this is going to be reactive to whatever scoring format you choose. Currently, I just have half point PPR and PPR. I don't think people really play many other formats. But if I were to click PPR, it will adjust our rankings up here accordingly. So I can go back to half. Just at quick glance, you have the advanced statistics here. Things like yards per route run, targets per route run, etc. You also have some red zone stats, but if you want to dive into these a lot more, you can actually open up the game logs from specific seasons. So for JSN, we can open up his 2025 season and see a lot more. So if we're coming down here, first things first is there's lots of ways to filter the data that you see. There are home, away, win, and loss filters that will all dynamically filter. And if you click any of them, as you can see, it highlights the rows that match that filter. But the cool thing is it also will show the average of this filter down here, and then the extrapolated 17-game pace based off of that filter. So this can be good for players who are banged up and miss a couple of weeks, or they're not really playing a whole lot of snaps or downs, and you want to see when they were on the field and healthy, what would they have ended up producing if they stayed that way. You can hit clear, and that will remove those filters. And with the injury thing I was mentioning, a cool way you can click through and say, okay, so I want to see how he did from weeks 5 until week 12. And if you look at that filter, it will pull the average as well as his extrapolated pace, and that would be 380, which is a shit ton, and he would be the wide receiver 1 during that pace. So to get rid of that, we can just hit the clear button again. And the next step I want to show y'all is some of the sub views that we have here. So we have opportunity. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's the opportunity that the player had. It's snap percentages, opportunity percentages, rush percentage, target, first read percentages, and route percentages, as well as tiles that are showing the averages and their positional rank. And if you want to know more about it, you can click it and it will expand. As you can see, like target percentage, I mean, he was an absolute dominator there at 100 percentile, 35.8 market share is insane. Same thing goes with all the filters. They still work. You can still click specific rows and you can see, oh, what did he average during this time period? That can be useful for if you're looking at like a running back who's starting to emerge and you're like, oh, at this point on, he had this opportunity share or whatnot. The next section is the red zone section. For running backs, the sub views are probably more helpful, but for wide receivers, you're really just looking at receiving. So that's mostly what it's going to be anyway. But I have it broken down so that you can see the red zone in general, the inside the 10, and then the inside the 5. This can be helpful for guys like Devontae Adams who get 1 million targets inside the 5 and thus have high touchdown likelihood. You can also click these tiles and see where they rank as far as the positional percentile and more about whatever that metric is. And same thing goes, like I said, you can always dynamically filter and you will get adjustments in not only the averages down there, but as well as the tiles up top showing. And then you can clear that. And then the next section is the advanced section, which I think is a really cool thing to have. This has the advanced stats that us nerds love to look at, things like target per route run, yards per route run, first down reads per game, as well as things like fantasy points over expectation. And again, you can click all of these and get more details about them. I know that we love looking at targets per route run and yards per route run for emerging people. Obviously, JSN is very well established, so it's probably better for some rookies looking at stuff like that, but we know he's a dominator there. Again, you can dynamically filter and see extrapolated stats for all of these. He obviously gets a ton of first down reads, 98th percentile there. Targets per route run are also dominating there. As we all know, JSN is very good. And essentially that concludes the game logs and player card. You can shrink this down, and like I said, I have it for all of the seasons that the players have played for, with all of those features available. And if you need to get out of here, you can either hit this back players button or you can hit the X. And then just to show y'all, you can always go jump over. If I want to see Rashid Shaheed, I can jump over to him and see him now. All right, more to come. Thanks, y'all.